I have three main goals for quarter two. The first one is about leg workouts. The second goal is about running. And my third goal is about physical growth in my calves. I want to make my calves bigger. But let me explain why I choose these goals. My legs are real important for me because I like boxing and martial arts like Muay Thai and just athletics in general. I use a lot of legs. But specifically in the martial arts, having a good stance and being able to have smooth movement while maintaining good stance is extremely important. And more specifically, it's about building the stamina in my legs. So I have certain exercises that I do to build up legs. Like for example, squats. Squats is probably the king of leg exercise, but then lunges are also real good. See, lunges are important for building a balance in your ankle at the same time as you're working the quads and flexing and extending the knee. So for me, it's real important that my legs are real conditioned. So I set up this first goal around legs to be for stamina. And I know that I'm improving my stamina if I can improve high volume of reps. So my goal for the first quarter is to do 5,250 reps of either squats, lunges, steam bugs, another type of exercise for the legs. And those are the main ones that I'll do, but I can include different type of leg exercises to add up to this huge number. And it's for the quarter, which is 3 months. So I break it down on a monthly schedule, and it comes out to, I think, 1750. So 1750 reps each month that I'm doing of those exercises. Now, running is a goal because running is extremely important for me for stamina for a lot of reasons. Okay, for a lot of reasons, I'll probably have to do a whole nother video just to explain why I think running is important. But to sum it up, I'm running for stamina, just making sure that every week I get out there and I do some miles. Now, running on a consistent basis for me is something I've mastered about 2-3 years ago. And now it's just about continuing that habit and just improving. I mean, I'm not too aggressive about improving speed or going like super long distances, but my goal is to add up to 84 miles over the quarter. And if you break that up into months, it'd be 28 miles each month. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but what it is a minimum for me. It's for me to know that if I'm getting into different types of exercise, different workout plans, I'm always still going to be running at least a minimum amount. And I want to make a distinction that the difference between training for stamina and training for strength and speed. Because when you're training for stamina, what you're doing is you're training to perform a certain movement many, many times over. You're performing to have your muscles last a long time doing a certain activity. Whereas strength and speed is about maximizing the amount of work you get done per activity, per movement. So like, for example, when you train for strength and on a squat, then you're training to lift heavy weight and try to lift heavier and heavier weight in that one motion. Now, if you're training for stamina, you're training to do that motion for a long time or many times over. Same thing with running. When you're training for speed, you're training to exert so much force within a given period of distance. When you're training for stamina, you're just training to exert that energy over some period of time. So just want to make the distinction here. Right now, it's about stamina. And in the future, my goals might be about strength and speed, but to be organized, to quantify my goals, to be structured, I set these type of minimums because I know that stamina is important. Although I will pursue strength and speed in all areas of my physique, I also want to maintain a certain level of stamina. So I'm very conscious of that. The other thing I want to distinguish between is the difference between setting goals for physique, my physique aesthetics, and setting goals for performance, my performance ability. So being able to do things is like a performance ability. So having this type of stamina, having this type of strength or speed, right? That is performance ability. But how do I look? Wanting to look a certain way is a goal based around physique and, you know, the aesthetics of your body. So that also plays a huge role in the way you train. Now, for me, my goals here is performance based for the first two, but for the third goal, it's based on physique. I've always had skinny legs, had chicken legs, and so I wanted to grow my calves. And that had been a goal for a long time. I based training around it. I've got some results, and it's still there. But I make the distinction between these two so that we know there's different goals going on and they're pulling from different angles. And what we're trying to do is, you know, touch a little bit on all of them and fill it out and see, you know, maybe this goal matters to me more, and we incorporate all these different factors into our decision making when we're doing training, like when we're planning, like, okay, what workout am I going to do this day and this day? So week by week, we can almost reflect on our results and say, okay, how much harder or how much further should I push on this goal? And then let that reflect in the training plan. So this is why I want to make these distinctions. And the other one too is the way we set goals can be either results oriented or activity oriented. Like when I set a goal for how many reps I want to do, it's saying that I'm setting an activity oriented goal. The goal is based on me getting a certain amount of activity done. Whereas with my calves goal, I want to reach 15.5 inches on my calves. I want that to be the measurement on my calf. That's a result of my training. That's a result-oriented goal. So a lot of the times these physique goals, I mean, by definition are results-oriented. And then activity goals can be your actual performance goals.
I can't take it no more. I know you can.
In some cases, my running goal is results oriented. When I say, you know, I want to be able to.
I'm posted in the back. I know the definition of a fan. Gotta take more time with fam. I know. Oh my God.